This is something very special I want to share with y'all. What goes around comes around. You know, karma. I'm staying with my friend, really great friend named Tom, and he doesn't want me to tell y'all his last name because he was a chief. He's a senior chief in the Navy, and he's living here. He lost his wife about a year ago, and we met in the park, and he had a shirt that had something on it, and we got to talking, and we decided to have lunch together at the what do you call that, watering hole restaurant, and he had a fish sandwich, I had steak or something, and anyway, then he brought me some candy at Christmas. No, not candy, but some Christmas presents in a little bag. And then at Valentine's Day, on that day, he brought me some candy and a card and a heart, and it was so sweet. And at that time, John was there, and he had cancer. John did. John was also in the armed forces. He had served in the Air Force, and he had been a bodyguard for Kurt Gowdy. And he was into making swimming pools. And anyway, and then Tom came by a couple times later when I was resting, because I was sick, you know, with the RA, and I was resting, and he came by, and somebody told him I was asleep. Beth told him that when she was working in the front yard, helping me with my front yard. And he came by another time and gave me his phone number. Well, he made a mistake with the phone number. He reversed the numbers, and I tried to call him to say Happy Veterans Day or Memorial Day or something like that, and I got the wrong phone number. And then I thought Tom had showed me his house, and that's the house I'm in right now, because he's letting me stay here for a while with him. He said I don't have to, he'd never evict me. That was really sweet, but I'm trying my best to stay out of a nursing home or a rehab or whatever, in the hospital. And he's really helping me a lot to help me get my place sold, I hope, soon. And the place on the Lake Josephine RV Resort. And it's like I had hoped God had given me the prayer to say, hey, since I helped a veteran before out of a nursing home, to stay out of a nursing home too. And I let him stay in my house in Avon Park, and it was very similar to this house, even built the same year. That maybe God would have mercy on me and let me stay with a really great man. And he is an awesome man. He has helped people stay off of drugs and stay off of alcohol. And he worked at a bombing range in Ocala. He was in charge of that. And he's just a real sweetheart. And he's fun, and he has his sense of humor, like a Navy sense of humor. But he's just a sweetheart, and he's very observant. And he notices when I feel better or when I feel tired, he lets me know. And he lets me rest on the couch, and then he helps me up when I really have a hard time getting up. He helps me get medicine. And we're trying to, eat right. And we're learning together about Jesus, and how it's amazing that he met Shirley Temple, and that ties in with Mr. Beckner, who says he's Shirley Temple's cousin. And then I was hoping and praying about making a movie or a musical or something, and I actually talked to Sean Connery. Well, I was thinking, who would play James? Clint Eastwood, or maybe Sean Connery? And I thought, that's a, really too much to ask. But with God, nothing's impossible. And maybe Sean Connery wouldn't play the part of James, but he would be, he's involved, from a distance, because I just met the people who were selling puppies to his next door neighbors, and I was dating his granddaughter, and I thought, wow, that's, only God could have like predestined that to happen. Because I met John's. He worked with John's brother, Dave, who's a doctor, and he was saying that he took care of Betty Davis, the actress, for 7 months in her home. And he said she was really pretty, but she was really mean at that time. And I can understand if someone's upset, they get in grouchy mood. I understand. And, well, anyway, I'm just going all around the room. I don't mean to make anybody dizzy. We're watching TV. I'm watching TV, and Tom is going to the library right now. And we've been watching movies. Some of the movies we've been watching are Medicine Man, which Tom had never seen, which, Sean Connery. And we checked out Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Harrison Ford, the lady who was giving me a massage, or at the table at the front desk, she said that her former boyfriend used to, or still goes to air shows and sits down with Harrison Ford. And Harrison Ford was with Sean Connery in that movie Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Sean Connery called him Junior. I just can't believe all these things. I mean, it's like coincidence after coincidence. It's like they all fit together, and otherwise I would be going nuts. I was starting to feel like I was going nuts with all the weird stuff going on in this world today. I'm a peaceful person, and I'm not used to all this hyper stuff. I didn't even watch the news or read the newspaper while I was working and going to school, because I was just focusing on getting through school and be a teacher. And then that's all this stuff happened. It made me depressed, and I love the students, and they're just so precious, and I couldn't imagine them going through, and their parents going through even worse times, because they barely make it already. So I was like losing my energy, or even though I was trying to eat right. Anyway, I'm going on and on, so I'll hang up now. Oh, Ruby's sleeping. She's snoring. I wanted to get a video of her, but I can't hardly turn around. Had to cancel my appointment at the massage place because my knee got stuck. And I hope my children watch this so they'll understand, Oh my gosh. That it's not easy, and I didn't want to have to go through times when, and they're afraid to talk to me, I guess, because of some of the stuff that was going on that I had no control over. I didn't seem to have any control over. I was just trying to do the best I could, like everybody else. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. I gotta go. To be continued.